Hi, everyone. So probably the second most frequently asked question that we have is, what is a wallet and how do I get one? Now, a wallet, quite simply, is something that holds your cryptocurrency, and whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., it is a wallet address that actually holds the actual cryptocurrency. Now, there's a number of wallets out there, and there's two of them I really recommend. One is called Exodus that I recommend for beginners and people that just start out in crypto, and the other one is Bitcoin Core if you're wanting to have the most industrial Bitcoin wallet out there. But today I want to talk about Exodus. I wanted to show you how to get it, how to use it, etc. Now, one of the many things I like about Exodus is it's extremely user-friendly. It's very easy to use. It's very graphically pleasing, and I think they do a really good job in explaining it as well. If you go to Exodus.io, you'll see that they have a number of videos, intros, basically an overview of the wallet itself. But what I really like about them is that they have a phenomenal support section. So if you go up here to the middle, you'll see in a menu support. So support.exodus.io will show you everything you need to know about the wallet, how to use it, training basically, and they just do a really great job at it. They also have very good videos. If you go to vimeo.com/exodus.io, you'll see that they have a number of training videos on how to use it. One of the Probably the number one thing that I like about them is that you can own your private key. This is very important, and it's actually vastly different than the number of exchanges out there. I did a video previously on how to get out of fiat into cryptocurrency, and I had recommended Coinbase or GDAX, Gemini, etc. But all those exchanges, they own your private key. And what that means is that, if something happens to the company, they go out of business, or they get shut down, or there's an issue, they hold your private keys. You'll never have access to your digital assets. That's really key. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen exchanges come and go. So it's extremely important that you control your own digital assets yourself, and you take control of your private keys. Because with your private keys, you can always restore your cryptocurrency from anywhere and any wallet that you have. Now, moving forward, what I want to do is, well, actually, first before I do that, I want to tell you about the fees. One thing I don't like about Exodus, I think they have pretty high fees. It's actually based right here on bitcoinfees.earn.com. I'm not going to get into it in too much detail here, but I just find the fees to be a little bit high. But for those just starting out, I think it's worth it. Reason being is, again, it's very graphically user-friendly, and you don't have to download the entire blockchain. So it's pretty lean and mean, and it runs really fast, and you have control of your assets, you have control of your private key, and it's easy to restore. So let me go ahead and let me just quickly download it, and I'm going to install it really fast. I'm just going to give you a personal one-to-one overview. So if you click download, it gives you a number of choices. If you're on Mac or Windows, you can click here. I'm on Linux, so I'm going to click Linux. And when I click Linux, what happens is it's going to start downloading. You'll see in the bottom left, Exodus zip file is downloading to my drive. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my drive, and I'm going to, in the downloads folder, I'm going to see this file here, Exodus Linux. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my Finder in two. I'm going to create a new folder called Exodus. In that folder, I'm going to drag the zip file over here. I'm going to double click on it. Now this is basically the same process you go through on Mac or Windows. You're going to want to extract the files. It's going to ask you where to extract them. I'm going to click the same file that I just created. Now you're going to see that what it's done is it's extracted all the files into this directory here. So now I have all the files here locally on my computer. Now here's the icon. You can drag and drop it into your Finder, whether you're Mac, Windows, Linux, whatever operating system you're using. You can put it into your dock or your Finder down here at the bottom. Now when I double click the icon for the application, it will launch. It's just taking a second. And I'm going to make this full screen so you can see it. Now, as you can see, again, this is quite graphically pleasing. You can see that there's, when you click on portfolio, I don't have any coins in here or tokens in here, so of course this is just starting out. But you'll see that there's a number of different coins at the bottom. You have everything from Bitcoin to Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, etc. And this allows you to morph between the different, or exchange between the different currencies. Now, I'm going to start with Bitcoin because it's most popular, most widely used. If you click on your wallet here on the left, you'll see the number of choices here. And I'm going to click on Bitcoin, which is orange. Now, if you want to receive Bitcoin, first thing you do is you click receive, obviously. And if you know what a QR code is, you can get a QR code scanner. You can scan this icon here. It looks like a barcode. That's a QR code. That's just a simple way to capture your address. But probably the easiest way to do it is in the bottom left. You can just quite simply copy it right here to your clipboard. Now, this address will always be your address for Bitcoin. Exodus only gives you one wallet address, and you can use this wallet address to email to your friends, text it to somebody. You can use it online to basically send money or send cryptocurrency to yourself. Same thing here, send. When you click send, you essentially want to paste somebody's wallet address in here, put your amount of Bitcoin, and it will send it. Obviously, you can't send it yourself. That's why it's here in red. So the other thing great about Exodus is the fact that you can exchange it. If you have Bitcoin here, you can change it to Ethereum. If you have, Bitcoin Cash, you can exchange it to Bitcoin. And it's very graphically pleasing, very easy to use, user-friendly, and very simple. I mean, you can just exchange from one exchange one cryptocurrency to another. And finally, the most important thing is backup. Now, I can't show you backup because I don't have any coins in here. Once there is a deposit in here, it will allow you to back it up. And what it does is it creates a 12-word passphrase for you. And that 12-word passphrase, you want to write it down, possibly put it in a jar, bury it in the ground, save that 12-word passphrase, possibly write it down on a piece of paper, hide it somewhere. Make sure no one can find it. You hide it on your drive somewhere in a hidden file, hidden folder, encrypt it, whatever you want to do, but you do not want to lose that 12-word passphrase because that's your recovery. If you lose your password and you don't have that passphrase, you cannot recover your coins, and because it's encrypted. So you want to be able to make sure that you safeguard that 12-word passphrase, safeguard your password itself, and that way you can restore your assets. One great thing about Exodus is they do have a setting that allows you to have your 12-word passphrase emailed to you. I'm not sure if I particularly like that too much personally because I'm not sure exactly where that passphrase is coming from, who has access to it. But it is a pretty much dummy-proof way to be able to safeguard your 12-word passphrase. If you do lose it, you can have it emailed to yourself. Now, I hope that was useful. Just, again, want to do a very quick overview, just a very top-level view on Exodus and its power and what it does. I highly encourage you to go to exodus.io, go to the website, and read their documentation, watch their videos, go to the support menu. They're going to do a much better job in explaining than I ever can. And again, they have really great training videos, far better than this video here. I just wanted to kind of use this video to give my recommendation. Next video I want to do is I want to show you Bitcoin Core. That's my personal favorite. That's what I use for Bitcoin itself. And so I hope this was useful, and thanks for listening.